Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this panel discussion on Cloud Native for Good. I'm Faseela, a Cloud Native developer at Ericsson, a member of the CNCF Technical Oversight Committee, a CNCF ambassador, and one of your KubeCon, Cloud Native Con co-chairs. So when I started thinking about Cloud Native for Good, I wanted to find real stories where technology met humanity. So my mind went back to 2018, when my home state, Kerala, in India, was hit by one of the most devastating floods in its history. The state was not prepared to handle the scale of that disaster, but something remarkable happened. The tech community of Kerala came together overnight to support the relief efforts. The IEEE community built a website to handle rescue efforts, connecting volunteers, government teams, and stranded families. A year later, the same team came together to support and fight COVID-19 as well. So fast forward to this year, at the United Nations Tech Over Hackathon in New York, I accidentally ran into one of the masterminds behind that initiative. And his work had evolved into what is now the Open Healthcare Network. And when I just casually asked him, do you use Kubernetes? The answer was a proud yes. So from the floods of Kerala to the halls of the United Nations, the journey has showed me that cloud native is not just about scaling applications, but it's about scaling impact. And we have got the perfect panel to show you why. Please welcome on stage Omar, Mohsine, Roberto, Machorro, Jayson, Workman, and Bodhish Thomas. Welcome everyone. So let's start with a quick intro.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Roberto Machorro. I work for Child Rescue Coalition, where I do DevOps, R&D, and assist in daily infrastructure and platform operations. A bit about Child Rescue Coalition. A nonprofit has been tracking pedophiles for over 15 years. We provide training and services to law enforcement worldwide at no cost. Our leads have a near 100% conviction rate, and with 106 countries as of right now and growing. So what are we trying to solve? As I've been speaking, you've been seeing a map that's showing some dots. Each dot is an offender. Each color represents a type or an app where trafficking is happening of offenses. We collect 30 to 50 million leads every single day. And the problem gets bigger because we know that offenders typically have little to no criminal history. We also know that each offender has an 85% chance of becoming a hands-on abuser. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jayson Workman. I'm Director of Platform Engineering at American Red Cross. For those unfamiliar with American Red Cross, we are one of the largest nonprofits in the US. We manage about 40% of the nation's blood supply, respond to over 60,000 disasters each year on average. We teach life-saving skills to millions of people and provide emergency services emergency support to our military service members, veterans, and families. American Red Cross is also part of the Global Red Cross movement, which consists of about 200 national societies. Collectively, we form the largest humanitarian network in the world, with millions of amazing volunteers that truly make all this possible. So it's for them. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm a chief architect at Open Healthcare Network. We're an open source project trying to reimagine how public healthcare works. We started as a pandemic project back in Kerala. So we were trying to solve one critical problem, how to digitize patient records during the pandemic. During the second wave, we had around 250,000 patients live on our systems, from isolation wards to critical care beds. What started as a crisis response evolved into a full-fledged open source solution that's now live in 10 Indian states in India. From powering 200 plus critical care centers for TeleICU and around 1,300 plus primary health centers for palliative care in Kerala, serving a population of around 260 million people.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, Atlanta. Thanks for having me. My name is Omar Mohsine. I work for the United Nations, where I serve as a UN open source coordinator. So my role there in this capacity is to drive full-scale adoption of open source. Open source now is really central to our digital, it's at the heart of our digital transformation strategy. We love open source because it enables people to work beyond borders of country or institution, where millions of people around the world work with strangers they've never met, speaking different languages from different countries, and giving us this amazing, powerful public good that we are all using. So we are big users, supporters of open source. We love open source because, again, everybody, the greatest thing about open source, everybody can contribute. The worst thing about open source is everybody can contribute. So, but it's really at the heart of everything we do going forward. Thank you.
Thank you for that great intro, everybody. So Omar, so my first question, maybe we'll start with you. So at the United Nations, many of these initiatives are spanning across international borders and organizations, right? So how do you think cloud native and open source is making the life easier compared to proprietary solutions?
Thank you, Faseela, for a great question. So the United Nations, the organization I work in, was built really on the idea that collaboration is at the, that no single country, no single institution, no single organizations can deliver some of the big things we're trying to do. So United Nations is built on the idea of collaboration. And since the UN Sustainable Development Goals were adopted, raise your hand who here knows the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Oh, amazing. So they were created with the idea, it's the first sentence is that it's not up to government, or it's all of us who has to work on these 17 goals that are all about providing healthcare to everyone, education services to everyone, taking care of our climate, making sure our society is more, there's more equality. So these are big problems that no one single organization can do alone. So that's why we believe technology is the main mean to achieve these, and beyond technology, open source is the main mean to achieve these. So really, open source is at the heart, again, of what we do. And beyond that, now we're looking at cloud native also as supporting on this big mission. So here, I want to talk about two projects, concrete, just to tell you how UN has been using a cloud native. So first is Giga. So it's a joint project by UNICEF and International Telecom Union, where here they work with 30 governments to connect the schools to the internet. So they help map, improve internet access. It's obviously not a problem in this part of the world or other part, but it's a massive issue in the global south, how to connect schools. And for this specific project, they are very relying heavily on cloud native. So examples, they're using Kubernetes. It's core to the platform that they're building. They're also using Helm, Kubernetes, cron jobs, and Prometheus, as well as Grafana. So these, they enable observability, and they send alerts and different connections with different systems. Another example I want to talk about is this one, is a global platform data. So again, UN is the, we work with statisticians everywhere, and we have massive amount of data that we make available for government and statistic commissions around the world. So this platform also heavy user of cloud natives. Here we use a lot of Kubernetes, the Helm chart, and many other components that makes this platform resilient. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Omar. It's really amazing to see how United Nations is using cloud native and your confidence and interest in the cloud native tools and its scale. So talking about scale, we have Open Healthcare from India operating at large scale. So Bodhish, how do you see this scale and resilience translating into value for digital public health?
So when we think about CNCF project, we always imagine internet scale companies. At Open Healthcare Network, we are taking the same scale and reliability and transforming it into something profoundly human. Our platform runs on Kubernetes. It uses Prometheus for telemetry and Grafana for real-time observability. Today, we run around 200 plus intensive care units with 5,000 plus medical devices connected to it, from bedside monitors to cameras, all communicating to our edge servers. This is where the CNCF reliability comes into picture. Every time a cluster stays up, a hospital stays online. Every alert, every metric helps a doctor or a nurse save time and save lives. This is not just about the tools. It's about reimagining digital public infrastructure, building open, sustainable, and interoperable solutions so that governments can actually deploy open software to run healthcare sustainably. And thanks a lot for inspiring what we built.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bodhish. So coming to the American Red Cross, Jayson, how do you think cloud native is transforming American Red Cross into a technology-first organization? And what does that mean for your ability to deliver on your missions?
Great question. 90 cents of every dollar spent goes directly to the mission. That leaves 10 cents for everything else, including IT. For some, this can be a constraint. For us, it's our catalyst for our transformation. It's forced us to get creative and keep the focus on where it really belongs, the communities we serve. For instance, with Kubernetes and Carpenter, we can dynamically scale our infrastructure resources and tailor it to the need. Less idle resources means more money we can focus on the mission. And ArgoCD is increasing our speed of deployment, which is critical when you're dealing with time-sensitive matters like blood delivery and disaster response. Prometheus, Grafana, and OpenTelemetry gives us observability at a fraction of the cost of other proprietary tools. And I could go on. I mean, these are just some highlights. There are several other tools in the CNCF landscape that we are leveraging to help us work smarter, move quicker, and stay focused on the mission. But this isn't just about a technology transformation, it's also a cultural one. Open source communities attract people who want to make their work matter. American Red Cross believes in a similar philosophy. And that's why we launched Code for Good. You can scan that QR code. But it's a space where volunteer developers worldwide can use their talents, work on projects that will further the mission. If there's one thing you take away from this, it's the more systems we automate and the more processes we accelerate translates to more lives saved, more responders trained, and more communities restored. And I'll be honest, I'm fairly new to American Red Cross, but what I've seen so far is remarkable. We are proving you don't need a Silicon Valley IT budget to solve complex problems at scale. What you do need is an open source culture, a cloud native architecture, and a mission that attracts passionate technologists. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jayson. So Roberto, do you agree to Jayson? Is CRC also reallocating resources from infrastructure overhead to frontline impact with cloud native?
Yes, absolutely agree. A Child Rescue Coalition, every dollar a minute saved goes back to our mission, saving children from sexual abuse. Maintaining servers and complex infrastructure requires a lot of financial and human resources. By opting to go cloud native, we have tilted that equation to our favor. I want you guys to take a look at the projects up on the screen. These are CNCF projects that we use every day. These are bedded, solid building blocks that we have pieced together and have saved us unimaginable time and money. If you're a project maintainer, contributor, end user, Thank you. You are effectively contributing to our cause. So Faseela, we have now discussed how we use cloud native for good. As a CNCF TOC member, could you enlighten us on how the CNCF empowers tech for good?
Yes, Roberto. CNCF has given back to several Tech for Good initiatives over the past several years, especially the Call for Code Global initiative, where developers were asked to come up with open source solutions for some of the world's greatest challenges. Actually, 18 of those solutions later came into the Linux Foundation as open source projects, and some of them even turned into startups later on. 2024 witnessed Cloud Native Hacks, which was happening together with KubeCon EU in Paris. And following on that, Infosys, our platinum member from India, decided to run their own Tech for Good event in 2025. And today, we are actually happier than ever to know from all of you that all of these projects we are all working on are really impacting lives worldwide. And thank you so much for that. And before I wrap up, I want to thank a few incredible people who helped me set up this panel. Arun Gupta, Divya Mohan, Rajesh Maliekal, and Chris Anishak, thank you for helping me find these amazing panelists. Daniel Crook and Joanna Lee for helping with the great insights into CNCF Tech for Good initiatives. Jan Mellon and Phil Robb, my Ericsson colleagues, for their support as always. And James Purin, thank you for helping us make the slides look so much better. And finally, on a personal note, I lost my father to cancer 3 months back. He was so deeply excited about this keynote and loved to see me on stage all the time, and his support is the reason why I'm here today. Coming from a small corner of the world, I'm from not so privileged beginnings, he helped me to believe in myself and come this far. I'm so grateful for the incredible support system around me. Thank you. I'm so grateful for this support system around me, both personally and from the CNCF community. And now, as we are celebrating, the cloud native for good globally, I want to invite all of you to be a part of that too. Visit the link on screen to learn about Merge Forward, a new CNCF initiative empowering underrepresented groups to grow and shine in our community. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you.
Yeah.